Today on EPL, we will talk about the battle not being yours. Know when you're beating a dead horse and know when to walk away. I need a drink.
Look at your face.
Oh, we doing Taylor.
Before my time.
This Taylor, man.
This is before your time?
When were you born today? Were you born today?
What is this the one she's talking about Beyonce? Is this when she's talking about Beyonce?
No, this is, I think she's talking about everybody.
She's talking about everybody. Taylor talking about her.
Everybody.
She's talking about everybody.
I'm just not on point today. Sorry.
You know, and I know I'm a little out of touch with today's music, but I think this is kind of whack, the song.
What? Do you?
Okay, yeah. See, yeah, I think the song is
No,
kind of whack.
I think it's nice.
See, I didn't take the time to get into all of that controversy.
Well, the video was visually gorgeous. The clothes she had on, like, she's rocking every designer.
Because she's worth like how many
That's
million?
Lots.
Like 2.
She's worth
100.
more than
Like, no, like 2 million.
100. Now, I do know about that. She's worth way
Thank you, and welcome, you guys. Welcome to Eat, Pray, and Live, and I am so sorry. Usually, I like to get it popping with you, and, you know, we got the little sound effects. But I just got some stuff weighing heavy on me today, and I don't know if I want to share.
You still processing that. You might not want to say
No,
anything.
I'm not gonna say that. But then there's some other stuff that I found out. You know.
Wait, which thing? Because
Well, I want to know.
I got a lot of stuff out
Regarding the same thing?
No.
So y'all can't be talking in code on the radio
I
show.
know, we can't be talking code.
Listeners need to know.
All right, y'all. I found out I've been living my life as a black woman, and I ain't black. Okay, and I feel some kind of way.
Yeah, I do
about it.
too.
What's that lady name that did the
Rachel.
NAACP? Rachel?
She's Rachel.
You Rachel Dolezal.
Basically.
Oh,
Demetrius
man.
said, you can't say.
You can't
I
say nigga
say
no
the
more.
N-word
You can't.
No more.
No more.
Oh my God. Well, you know what they say.
It's one drop. That's
If
all
you
it
a
takes.
drop.
No,
Now I got
no,
a few drops.
No.
Yeah, I got
one
a few
drop
drops.
is all it takes.
You have to have at least 40%.
Shut up.
At least 40. They said 50.
But
She said 51.
51.
Yeah. I kind of agree with the 51.
You know what's funny is growing up, all my life, I would hear people say, we know you're black, but what else? And to find out, we did Demetrius and his girlfriend, we did the DNA results, Ancestry.com, and I got mine and found out that I am only a quarter African American.
That's it.
Or
Was
African.
it really shocking for you?
Yeah, you know what? I thought it was going to be a little higher. I thought I was maybe in the, high 30s, mid 30s.
It's
40?
a lot of people
I thought
have not.
40?
I understand your shock, Tasha. That she didn't understand it. I'm like, that's a big deal
Yeah.
because she's always thought differently. I mean, a quarter.
A quarter.
Don't call me
What
nigga
side
no
of your?
more.
What
And I
side of
always
your?
say half. What people? What are you? Oh, I'm half black, half Italian. I mean, I can still. You can say
Right.
what you want to say, but that's technically not the truth.
Were you aware on your black side where
Yeah.
the white came in?
Yes, I knew there was Irish. I
Okay.
thought there was Indian. There's no Indian.
But it wasn't
But
even
there
that
is
much Irish. It was only like
No.
5%.
A little bit. Yeah.
So Italian? Did that come up?
Yes.
Italian?
Italian.
That was 40%.
That was
I
40.
don't know. I remember the
Yeah.
numbers. I remember numbers, but yeah.
40%.
So she primarily Italian? Is that what the deal is?
Yes.
So what else?
primarily.
Italian, black.
It was Italian.
I-
What else was it? It was
Italian, some type of
from Greece.
Asian. It was
Yes,
some
a little
weird.
Asian,
little Asian.
Greece. I mean, definitely 70% European.
3% European Jewish, and 5%,
I had some Middle East.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to do this now. Can you all give me the number?
Oh, yeah. We're
the website?
Ancestry.com.
Oh, okay.
But I told her I don't feel as close to you as a black person anymore. But as a Jewish person, I feel closer to you
We've connected on a Jewish level.
on a Jewish level.
I love
European
it.
Jewish level.
Well, Courtney and I don't know what we are, right?
Not a clue.
But we're just black.
Yeah. And we can still say the N word if we want to.
I'm going to still say it. And I will just suffer the consequences. Dang
You can
it.
say it amongst the white folks. Because technically, amongst the white folks, you black.
But see, this is what I think. It's how you look.
The shade.
It doesn't even matter what the number says, how you look, because people perceive you the way what they see
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
So if you go into some white, they're gonna say you are a black woman.
Yeah.
Even if you show them their
absolutely.
paperwork, they're gonna say this is
This is a black woman.
baloney and throw it out.
Baloney. I love it. Thank you, Michelle. You're on my
Yes.
side, girl. So how y'all living? And Demetrius doesn't like that, he said. How you living?
It sounds so old
What
school
should
to
we
me.
say,
What,
Demetrius?
how you living?
What should we say?
Oh, what's hot in these streets?
How are you doing?
What's good?
What's
What's
good?
good? What's good? I like what's good.
Thank you.
What's good? So that's what's gonna be. What's good? So what's good, Demetrius?
Man, let me say this. I have had fun over the last few days hanging out with you.
You have?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
We did.
Because we don't hang out as much anymore.
I know.
And so, and Sheree's always, we need to meet. We need in person. I'm like, I can just email you this. I understand. I'm still not going to do what you want me to do every week, but that's cool.
Well, that's what we were doing. We were meeting every week, and what it was doing is it kind of put us on this trajectory to creative. No, we were creating, and we were in sync, and it was good. I thought it was good, and now
She likes the
email-
energy jive, man. Like so
because you
exchange
need
that
that.
energy.
I agree.
You don't get that. Then you send me a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff to read, and
Over-
you know
yeah.
I'm not gonna read it.
Of course, Courtney agrees
Did
with
she-
you. She's dressed like HR right now.
Hey,
so
look.
she loves to meet
I had
about
to,
every
I
damn
had to be a
thing.
professional grown-up today, okay?
Okay, I have one question. Did she cook for you?
Did
When
I
you all
cook?
met?
No, I did.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no.
There-
He's finicky.
Yeah.
So I
Care
made.
about what? Food?
He's particular. We call him persnickety.
No, you call me persnickety.
Well, Tasha agrees.
Oh, whatever. Food was involved though.
It was.
Yes, we had Doolin's soul food.
It was good.
It was
Wait,
good.
Doolin's, that's over there in Lamert Park?
Well, there are a couple of them. There's one on Crenshaw and one Manchester. We did the Manchester one.
It was delicious.
It was.
Yeah.
Did you all have fried chicken?
Yes.
The fried chicken was good. I'm not gonna say it was delicious. You know,
It was delicious.
It was.
I don't think it was delicious. You know what I loved? I loved the cornbread dressing with slamming.
Did you like the yams?
The yams were good. Yep, I like the yams. The cornbread dressing. The mac and cheese I thought was horrible.
Oh,
Horrible.
that's awful.
It wasn't traditional mac and cheese because like the macaroni looked like it was split or something like that. It wasn't like elbow
Horrible.
macaroni, but
The
I thought it was
greens,
good.
Horrible.
I didn't have the greens.
Cabbage and
The sweet potato pie was on point.
well, I didn't get any pie because you ate the majority of the pie.
That is not.
You took the last
That
slice.
is not.
You took the last
You
slice.
told me to take
You
it.
still took
I
it?
wanted to save it. But you know why? Because I'm trying to get in a place where I can receive. Like if people offer to give me stuff, a lot of times I'll be like, "That's okay." They want to pay. That's okay. No. But now I'm like, "No. Let me give you the opportunity to feel how I feel when I give." So I'm trying to receive. So she offered the pie, I took it, but I wouldn't take a plate. Sheree trying to sabotage people.
No, because we had so much food.
It was a lot of food.
I was like, it was actually very unkind and not gracious of you not to take a plate. We were like, please take it. Please remove some of it. Please help us out.
Was it what do you call it? A buffet?
Well,
They made it in the one.
Yeah, we
They
set it
got-
up. I mean, it's always a buffet when you go to somebody's
We
house.
watched the fight together.
Were you at the people's house?
It's when I asked you to come.
Oh, I thought you
you
said,
said
wait, no, I'm
Tony's.
thinking Doolin's.
No.
he delivered.
No. Yes, he went and picked it up, and what happened
Got
was,
you.
Oh, I was so confused.
Well,
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? What you mean?
I thought
You
they went
take
to
a
the one on
plate?
Crenshaw.
Yeah.
no, during the fight. So we got
Oh.
some containers of food because they wouldn't do like the catering style. So you had to get a bunch of dinners, and it was like, oh my God, it was way too much damn
What?
food.
They normally
way
do.
too
'Cause I
much.
think a friend of mine, she ordered before from Doolin's.
Well, the one on Crenshaw does.
Okay.
But he's my boo thing was very particular about do not order from the one on Crenshaw. So I said, oh shoot, okay, I gotta call Manchester, and they.
You think he would have
Anyway.
really known?
Yeah.
He asked the people, where you come from?
No, he would because he had to pick it up, so he for sure would have known. Yes.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was
food.
decent,
I like
though. It was good.
Your friend
Company was
Frances is
better.
cool too, and she
And
had some
Frances
good
sweet.
suggestions for the show. So everybody, send in questions that you want to ask us and
Oh,
have us
yes.
say on air. That was one of Frances's suggestions, and I like to do that.
That
That'd be
is a
hot.
good idea.
So-
That is a good idea. And I guess we need to get to
We
our,
do.
our main
Point of the
topic.
story.
See, I'm about
The
this
battle
shit.
is not yours. Go ahead and set up this Taylor Swift, Kim Ye
Which camera am I at?
beef.
Where's my camera?
Because
Right
y'all
here?
know we played her new song.
Look what you made me
Stuff.
do.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is a singer. For those of you who don't know, that
A
was
Caucasian singer.
Yes, but I mean, I don't see color. That if you want to do it that way, I
You
don't-
did?
I
Oh,
don't
okay,
know.
because you were mad at her because she's only 25%.
That's true.
Black. So I just thought
You said
you should
you
have.
didn't feel
No,
close
I
to
was
her
I was
anymore.
mad at her because she throws racial epithets at me.
Taylor could be my second cousin.
She really
She could be
could.
my
She
second
really
cousin.
could. She might
really
be.
could.
She really might be.
She's a very good songwriter. I would say, and she has some good music. I don't necessarily love her voice that much, but it's gotten better over the years. She's also known for being interrupted at, was it the Grammys?
No, it was the VMAs
At the
during her
VMAs
acceptance speech.
by Kanye for winning an award that Beyonce actually deserved. And
That was 2009.
That he thought Beyonce.
no, that Beyonce deserved. So,
I think 50% of the country would disagree with you.
well, they would be wrong. That being said, over the years, Kanye has gone back and forth with Taylor, with Barb's, and at one point he made a song called Famous, in which he said, I made that bitch famous. And Kanye claimed that before he said that, he got permission from Taylor Swift to put that in the song. Taylor Swift denied it, and allegedly, they say that Kim produced the tape, and I
Well,
think
she did. I
did.
listened to
It
the
was on
tape.
the-
Yeah.
I don't know if Kim had it, but they let her put it out.
Well,
Right. Yes,
That's
on
what I
her
meant.
show.
Kim
Yeah.
had the receipts.
Yeah, so she put it out, and it showed that Taylor was actually lying, that she did speak with Kanye beforehand, and she was exposed as someone who was playing the victim.
Yeah, because she probably got from her team, it's not a good look, and so then she kind of backtracked.
Now, how
off of
long
it.
ago was that? Like a couple years?
Well, that
That was last year.
last
yeah.
year. Last year.
Yeah.
So now, all the way 1 year later, Taylor has released a song called "Look What You Made Me Do" with a video that accompanies the song that talks about that says goodbye to her reputation and addresses the controversy. A little late, after everyone has basically moved on.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
But the song I like. I think the song is hot. I like the video. I tried to listen to it with a bit of empathy, and I felt like the first verse is basically her just letting out what she probably felt at that time when she was exposed by Kanye.
What exactly? Because I watched the video and then I kind of pulled up some commentary with them, you know, just basically saying these are the hidden messages or the overt messages, and she's like basically getting at everybody.
Yes.
You know, what exactly do you think that her sitting in the tub with all those diamonds was a Kim reference? When she was in Paris and
Most
got
likely, I would think that
Probably.
wasn't accidental.
What's the diss though? What's the Kanye diss? I didn't see it.
With the tub?
No, I mean in the whole video.
Oh, in the whole video, to me, the first verse is basically talking about her being exposed and how this person has done something to her, but now everyone's looking at her like she did something wrong, which she did. But then as she moves through the song and gets to the very end, to be fair to her, I think she gave a critique of herself, which goes as far as a egotistical person can. And because she said that she plays the victim and she's criticizing herself using multiple
Right. At
Taylors,
the
which
end of
I thought that was
Clever.
pretty interesting and cool. But I think she should have let this go because nobody really cares anymore.
What do you think,
You
Courtney?
lost.
Because I'm
It's
telling you,
over.
I saw it and I was like, well, I don't know if she's really. Is this something the media is doing and trying to? It definitely, the battle is definitely over, and we need to move on. But I didn't really see.
No, she needs to move on.
She needs to move on.
But no,
She can go on and put that Rapunzel wig back on and start singing in a tower about boys again, because all of that it did nothing for. It was like a moment. Everybody was like, "Oh snap! She dropped a song," and she's talking about, because in the song she kind of alludes to a lot of different things, Katy Perry stuff, the producer guy or whatever that she wrote for,
Calvin
Harris or whatever.
Harris, yeah.
She kind of alluded to some ish with that, and it's just like, Taylor, you're
just like, stop.
we're tired of the white girl. Just go be the white girl in the tower and sing about the boys again. Like, nobody, I don't care about this, and I don't
Well-
care about you trying to be hard and trying to change. Like, nobody cares. Everybody know what you're doing.
But Courtney, do you feel as if she feels like her music can't stand on its own? That she has to do this? Or why is she doing
No, I
this?
feel like I think Taylor's actually a catty bitch. Like, I think she, like, I love what, don't get me wrong,
Well.
she's brilliant at what she's done, but I think she's a petty bitch. Like, she wants to be like,
really
oh, you're not going to say that about me and I'm not going to
I agree.
respond.
And
she
and she
is
does
young.
it through her music.
But-
She
but-
ain't that
wait,
young,
wait,
she's
listen,
28 years old.
But remember, every guy she breaks up with, she writes a song about him. She's a catty.
And I'm not mad. Like,
Well.
that's what you do and that's what you've built your career on and that's how you express yourself. Because, you know,
Yes.
it's like writing poetry. Like, it's whatever you're going through, you get it. Like, but sometimes you maybe don't need to put that on your album. Like, write it, it didn't work out, then move on. Like,
And Sheree, I'm tired of y'all white people saying that these people that are like 28, 30
Are
are kids. Like
Listen.
Michael Locke, was it Locke?
the swimmer boy.
Oh,
He's a kid.
No,
What was he like,
he's a
30?
grown-ass man. He's 32 years old.
I'm tired of y'all doing that,
You
Ree.
you
And they
people
did that with Taylor when
you
Kanye
people
was on
are
the
not
stage
gonna
with her
mess
and
up
she
my
was like
day.
20.
Well, okay, all right. So
She's
she's a little
28.
older than I
That is
thought
the
she was.
indication of
And,
it.
She's a grown
she
woman,
is,
right?
and she is. There is a lack of maturity, but okay, that battle is clearly over because the thing with Kanye happened 2009. But you know what though? I'm a forgiving woman. I believe that we're supposed to forgive, and forgiveness is always more for you than for the other person. You know what I mean? It just kind of frees up your heart and your conscience and makes you susceptible and in a better place to receive what's new. Now, what he did to her, like interrupting her in the middle of a moment that is, you know, she was being celebrated, she was being honored. That was foul. And ain't nobody saying nothing.
It was very rude. It was rude. I thought it was entertaining as hell, and she
It
could have
was.
taken that moment as an entertaining moment versus
serious?
because there's a
You-
way she could have played that off in a way that wasn't just white girl victim to this big angry black man. And I'm not saying she should have. I'm saying there's other ways that moment could have been played. And now years later, the fact that that's still like the depth of your like
Wait, you gotta-
hostilities and
you-
art, like
you have
it's
to-
old.
You have to
Stop.
qualify that. How did she play it that way?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of an example. If I'm on stage and this, like, you didn't have a witty comeback in the moment, or you could joke about it, turn it into a joke, and not about you being victimized
So
all
wait
the time.
a second. In
She
2000, in 2009, she really was young. Because we're talking about, that's what, 8
She
years
was
ago?
young, fine.
But
In the
she's
moment,
20,
I'm still
21?
saying it's still almost 10 years later, and we're still playing this like game in this line of where she is.
Because keep in mind, even if she had what Kanye did to her, don't get me wrong, was wrong.
Horrible.
But it's a part of me that's glad that he did
Why?
it. Because she didn't deserve it, and she got it because she was a white girl in America. That's
And
really why she got
and
it.
she got a lot of publicity off of that.
She did, and
mean,
that was the argument about his
Well, that's-
verse.
go- goes back
but
to-
I have to acknowledge that he was
He made her
wrong.
famous,
He should
yes,
not
he
have
should
done
not
that.
have done
But
that.
I'm not mad that he did it. But I'm like, that was wrong. But he was right. You know, is that? But my
Like the
thing
Black
now,
Panthers.
that happened. But last year, you knew you spoke to Kanye. You knew he told you he was gonna do this.
didn't say he was gonna
Why
call
the
her
fuck
bitch.
did you lie?
He said he didn't. She said that he didn't tell her he would call her.
That's
a
entirely
bitch.
possible, but you know what? You should have said that. It's too late now because you made us believe that Kanye never contacted you at all, and you let us
Well, she
believe
did
that.
say they had a phone call. She did say that.
She said that.
one
I think she
phone
said
call.
that after the initial response was like, "No, I was not consulted," and then it became, "Yes, we had a phone call, but he didn't say he was going to call me a bitch in the phone call."
When should you? When do you guys think that, like, when you have a beef with somebody, what is the reasonable amount of time to kind of stay mad or stay in that place?
Depends on what we're talking about. We talking about rap beef. We talking about
Yeah, 'cause it depends.
in
I'm
real life.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about
but
with
it
you.
depends on if it's public or not. Like if it's, you know what I mean, between two entertainers,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's a personal beef, because that you have to do different
I'm talking
things.
about a personal beef. I'm talking about us, like your personal beef. When should you just let it go?
I'm like Cardi B. If somebody have beef with me, they have beef forever. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You don't even know why I'm looking like that.
I don't.
Because I'm like Cardi B.
Hold
If we got beef, we got beef forever. As far as until
That's exhausting.
It depends for me.
Exhausting.
It's not.
It
Sheree
is.
always says that to me. Like, it's exhausting. I don't wake up thinking about people
Okay.
I've been beefing with for 15
Let
years.
me say
You just
this.
don't fuck with them no more.
No, but let me
But
say
that's not
this.
having a beef if you don't fuck with them anymore.
Don't you get tired of hearing about somebody's beef? It like a friend of yours, and because I like to let things go.
It depends if it's a cold or a hot war. Like, if it's a cold war, I don't want to hear about that. Like,
That's my thing.
I don't want to
wanna
hear about
it.
something that happened 10 years ago constantly. But if this just happened last week, then I'm going to have to hear about it till December or something like that, depending on what happens.
So you give what? So if Tasha has a beef with somebody. How much time do you give her before you say, you know what? This battle is over.
Depends on what they did. Hell, it may be 5-6 years, depending on what they did.
What could somebody do that you could hold on to for 5 or 6 years?
Fuck with your money.
Not pay you.
You gonna leave me out
I'm
here?
sorry, I wasn't even looking.
Not pay you. Money.
That's the biggest
Okay,
one.
so yeah. Okay, for me, it depends. It depends on what it is. And it depends on, like, once I don't know, once I have closure.
So you need closure in order to move on. What if the person never gives you that closure?
Well,
Because to me, that's like giving up your power.
but for me, closure is what I personally need. So it may not need, I need them to say, oh, I'm sorry, or I did this. But something in the universe is going to give me closure.
Got you.
Whether they break their leg,
So you're waiting for karma to happen.
Some shit.
whatever's supposed to happen. I don't ask for it. You know what I'm saying? But
Hence the name of the show, The Battle Is Not Yours.
Right. Hey, I don't say, oh, please make this happen. It just happens. I'm like, oh, shit.
And when it happens, do you have a little bit of
No, I'm
like, yes.
I need
No.
vengeance a lot
Vengeance
of
is
times.
not.
I need, that's what I need.
See, I feel more like,
That's
see, they shouldn't have been messing
That's
with
very
me.
aggressive.
See, I'm not like, oh my, yeah, I'm glad
Y'all
that
see,
happened.
I'm
I'm
the
just like,
same
see,
way.
they shouldn't have been messing with me because I didn't do anything to them.
So when Mechelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high. So you don't subscribe to that philosophy, Demetrius, do you?
Who won? Who won that whole thing? Sometimes when they go low, you gotta go lower.
Hello, no, I need a high five. I need it.
Wait a minute. Listen, you know what's funny? Because this was pre me getting saved, and not that I can't have no flashbacks. And connect to that old person.
Is the statute of limitations, has it told on this? Whatever you're about to say, has it?
Yeah.
It's gone,
This was years ago.
It sound like a
I'm not
crime.
gonna say who it was.
You just stab somebody.
But when I tell you, I had to cuss this chick clean out because she did something in front of my son, and I couldn't really. Oh, what happened? I was trying to get to the airport. She was coming back from. Shit, I might as well just say it. Anyway.
You gotta.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it.
Details.
So anyway, coming back from the airport, she had Trey.
need some
So I was
popcorn.
supposed to meet them at LAX, and I couldn't get in. I'm like, what's going on? Why is all this traffic? Well, come to find out there was like a bomb threat or something, but that's after the fact. So I was in constant communication, and we ended up meeting at a gas station outside of the airport. So I see my baby. I haven't seen my baby in maybe it was a week. So I'm so happy to see him. And she started going in.
On you?
You trifling. Oh, you just trifling. How you not gonna be at? I said, okay. And I was in such protective mode because I never wanted him. Because my mom, my mom was young when she had me and my brother 20. She was 21. She had 2 kids. So my thing is I wanted to always protect him from my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you never vent, because that's not his issue. Ooh, let me tell you, I couldn't wait to get home. So I put him in the car. We went home. As soon as I got in the other room, I called and I had to, don't you, I will. I had to, and we've been cool ever since.
Sometimes you have to do that.
But why did I have to go there to get some respect?
Because some people stupid.
And some people will try you to see.
Yes.
I'm doing it right there because my kids need to see. I don't let nobody talk. My kids know.
You do.
Because they need to know. My kids know nobody's messing with you, mommy. Exactly. If you have a problem, holla at me.
It's different because you're raising girls, so it probably is a little different. Maybe you sticking up for yourself. I don't know, but
I have
The
a friend.
baby.
I'm not gonna say who.
Garland.
It's a female. there was a problem in traffic, and she told her kids, "Do not get out the car."
Oh, snap.
She got out the car, and they found out things about their mom they had not seen before.
Damn.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I did that too.
You got out the car.
Yes, he was a little older. He's a little older. Yes, I was taking him to school, and yes, and you know,
Physically?
yes,
What?
to Pagan Canyon.
I had some pearls.
I think I need to do it too.
Yes. And Trey's like, Mom, where are you going? Mom, don't get out the car. And then I got out the car, handled my business, got back. He was like, wow.
You threw them hands?
He was like, Mom, that was awesome, Mom.
Right? You have to do that because kids respect it too.
I didn't throw my hands because they like, but I was all up in the street looking like a crazy person.
No. They
You got to do what you got to do. I would have thrown hands had that window been. If she would have gotten out of that car, it would have went down.
She got
in the
out the
middle of
car.
the street.
So wow.
So that was road rage.
Yeah, you can say that. What she was doing is, you know, when people just and driving in LA is stressful anyway.
It is, yes.
So she's, you know, cussing me out, giving me the finger, and she's closer to Trey because Trey's sitting in the front seat in the passenger side. So all this stuff has to go past my kid. If it was just me, I could. So my thing is, you're disrespecting my kid.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. I will hurt you over my kid.
Along the lines of knowing when it's over, I don't think Remy Ma needs to say anything else
Yes,
to Nikki.
but she still is. She's still running her mouth.
But because Nikki
What's good, Nikki?
Nikki
What's
keeps
good?
saying stuff, but this is my thing
But
to
but
Remy Ma. You
Nikki-
won. You don't
Yes.
have to say shit.
She don't have to
She
say
shouldn't have
nothing.
said anything
Power?
since she dropped
Yes.
it.
Why do you feel like she won?
She won
With
once
that
she.
ether?
Ether. That was it. There was
Yeah.
She
She
should have
killed
never said anything else after she dropped
killed
that
it.
about
That's
it.
it.
I'm sorry, but I mean, because Nicki Minaj, she has how many albums?
plenty.
But that wasn't what it was about.
And she didn't say anything. She hasn't said anything. But what's crazy, because remember she confronted Taylor Swift.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if that's who you are, then be who you are. And kind of to me, the fact that she really hasn't really said anything is kind of a punk move.
Nikki really does not need to say. She
Exactly.
really what Nikki needs to do. Nikki needs to get a hit because what's happening
at
here,
this
like when you
point.
said you thought Taylor Swift was still like kind of 21 and stuff, right?
And not Taylor Swift. I meant Miley Cyrus.
No.
is
I
what
get
Nikki
what you're
said.
saying, but when we were speaking earlier, see, a lot of these artists are starting to get older, and they're not the young artists anymore. I don't know how old Cardi B is, but
like
she
20 something.
22.
She's more so the young artist now. So as you age as an artist, you begin to feel your mortality where you release hot stuff,
Yeah.
but people don't seem to care as much anymore.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
song Bodak Yellow, I went over Nicki's discography and I was trying to see, did she ever have a song that was really that hot, that was that hip hop, that was that, I was like, I don't know if she did. And so I'm like, if you've been the only female artist for the longest time, and now people are starting to chip away, I was like, you begin to feel a certain way.
I'm sure.
Damn, Remy Ma, you
Yeah,
need to get some hits.
Yeah.
You really need to get some hits because all the songs she's been featured on, like with 2 Chainz, That's a Vibe, and Rack It Up with Yo Gotti, I was like, it's nice, but it ain't that
Yeah.
Bodak Yellow. Like, I'm like,
And Cardi B didn't have anybody on that
Nope.
at all.
that's just her.
And her album is kind of all right.
Well, the first one was nice, but it wasn't like people didn't really take
didn't
it
know
like.
it.
See, I don't
like it
know
was
about
real.
Take it
that. I know about
seriously,
this
'cause they
new
were
one
like,
that
let
just
him
came out.
up, yeah.
Where I was just kind of like, okay, like you not just, you didn't that one hit, because I thought it was going to be a one-hit wonder. You know, just kind of assuming.
Yeah. So.
But the people say she's been putting in the work, so it's not like she just popped up. She's been
she
trying.
But I don't feel like Remy Ma needs to say anything else. Just let it. You won. Just make hits. We see you. That's it.
See, so what does it say when you don't realize the battle is over for Remy Ma and Nikki? The battle's over. You won. When she keeps making little digs and she's not really aware that the battle is over, she hasn't let it go. What does that say? What does that communicate? To me, it communicates a sense of insecurity. Now I'm kind
Exactly.
of looking at her like, are you jealous of Nikki?
Of course she is. a little
Well,
How about jealous
Maybe
of
the
her
success.
career?
bit. Yeah.
I think
she
it's
feels
bigger than
like-
just a career.
You think it's because
Yes.
I think
What?
it's,
What
I feel like
else?
it's career.
I feel like
but
it's
look at the
career.
way she's dressing now and everything. Remy Ma,
But I feel like
she stepped
because
it
she
up.
feels like she has to like model into this world, and it might have been a very different world had she not been put away for 6
But
years.
okay, I'm gonna say I think.
But Nikki is a gorgeous woman.
But I'm gonna say I think Nikki touched on some points that
Which-
made her open her eyes and say, "Ooh," because that weight has come down. And
That's
you
what I'm
said-
saying.
And like you said, the look. You know what I mean? It's a
She
whole.
done stepped it
nother-
up.
But she should have to be
Exactly.
fair.
So she might open
She
her
had
eyes to
to.
some real things.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like let me just say why. If you're going to decide, okay, I want to be an entertainer and I want to be in entertainment and this is the career I want to have, there are certain things that you're going to have to do in order to accomplish that. And being in good shape for pictures and to appeal to your audience is something,
Visually.
you're going to have
But
to do.
look at some of the most successful female rappers are not like, are not the most beautiful women. It's not like they don't hit the standard of beauty.
Like who?
Look at Queen Latifah.
But that's old. Remember, she's.
And
And Nikki changed what that
Yeah.
meant.
Got you. So
Well,
she
and
kinda
even Lil'
changed the whole-
Kim. No, I would give it more so to Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim came out, and Lil' Kim was very attractive.
Sexy.
At
And
first.
she
Sexual,
did
but-
labels. She did a lot of labels. Now that was her style. Nikki is a little more, is more up
And
to
Queen
date.
Latifah is just naturally beautiful to me. She's
No,
pretty.
she's a beautiful. No.
whatever
She's a
size.
beautiful. She's a beautiful
That's
woman.
big-
But
that's
I'm
a pretty
saying
girl.
she doesn't meet the ideal, like the ideal standard of beauty
But I
that we
think that's-
have
but I think
for
that's new.
entertainers
It's
and
now.
for okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
kind
Queen
of
Latifah
changed.
is like an old school
Salt
rapper.
and pepper, same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember
Yeah.
baggy clothes.
But Salt and
Yeah.
Pepper, they were attractive too, though. You know,
Yeah.
and they weren't like as big as like they weren't like overweight or anything like that. So they still were kind of attractive. My thing.
Oh, you better clean that up.
the look is different.
Well,
The-
style of the time allowed for you to be physically different then. Now everybody's trying to be a 20-inch waist with
a booty.
booties and
Yeah.
boobs out to here.
And you can see it like outside of music when somebody decides, and this goes for men and women, because I've had clients where I'm like, you're not really serious about this. Because as a guy in Hollywood, if you're really serious about this, really
Yes.
serious, you gotta be able to take your shirt off. And when you take it off, it has to be
you
like,
have to be happy.
Yeah, because
yeah.
because
Unless you're a character actor.
there's a lot of competition, and that's what you're right. That's kind of what the role demands. Really, to be on top, you kind of gotta fit the look.
Right. That's
Because-
part of
yeah,
hard work.
When you
part of your
first come
job.
out, people like to visually look at something stimulating.
Yeah.
I want to look like.
Who?
No, I'm just saying in
Oh.
general. No, because that's why the stripper girls is winning, because they about their body. They do not play. Them girls will not eat or do whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if you go to
You're
the-
right.
Well, they
those
working
girls-
on that pole every
Look,
night.
they-
That's a
right,
workout.
They'll still
a
have
workout.
stitches. I mean, you think they play
Surgery
they,
stitches?
Yeah, they had the little holes. They don't care. They just
They're doing their thing.
twerking.
And that's the business that you're in.
So it don't even
entertainment.
matter how you got it.
That's the business that you're in. You're in the
Yeah.
business of also looking good.
But
yes.
don't you think that things are just becoming more and more superficial?
For sure.
To an extent, yes.
And I think you don't get a certain gratification with that superficial thing. So you're gonna keep getting superficial things. You know what I mean? It's just gonna keep going. At some point, you need something real.
When is that battle ever over for us?
It's a within battle.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when do we say, okay, because California is very, very different. Like, LA is very different than any other place in the world. With the pressure, the pressure to be beautiful, to have the little waist, now it's the big butt. So when do you, as a woman, do you ever just say that battle is over and I'm just going to love me and be okay with me as I am? Now, you want to be healthy. You know what I mean? You want to take care of yourself. Okay, go ahead.
I go with that. The thing is, everyone doesn't have to look like the thinnest person.
Yeah.
But you got to be your best you.
Yes.
And that's really what it's about. I'm not trying to get a client to be somebody else
Or
because
zero.
Right, because that's not gonna happen for every client. But damn, you can't. I don't need you to be a 24. Now let's get you down to maybe a 10, something like that. Whatever's gonna be best for
you're talking
you.
about a client. You're talking about somebody in the entertainment industry. I'm
Yeah.
just saying in general, and we're all kind of in the entertainment industry.
Kind of.
Well, we are, but I'm saying I don't feel the pressure to be in the damn gym every day.
I do.
You do?
I do.
I
I feel like I
not.
should be.
Yes. I'm doing it.
Now I do feel guilty.
That means you feel the pressure
Yes.
because you feel guilt.
I do
Pressure meet Sheree. Sheree meet pressure.
But it's like, I want to eat. I like to eat.
Me
I like
too.
to cook.
I like to eat and drink.
But
But,
you can eat
that's why
here.
you got to work out.
That's why you got to work out.
And no
Exactly.
desserts. You can eat, drink liquor, and
Yeah, I don't do the desserts.
Oh.
You know.
They're good.
It's
I know
so-
it is good.
I ate animal cookie juice yesterday.
Child.
Man, she posted it too.
I was so ashamed.
Animal cookies
In the
and
little
what?
box
I
with the
felt like I was
string?
5 years old.
I
No,
love
I
it.
like the iced ones by, what is it, Stewart?
We like ice? What?
They're the pink
and the white?
but not the like coated iced ones where it's like
Oh, I know
all
what
the way
you're talking about.
around.
In
It's
the
just
bag.
lightly iced ones on
In the
top
bag.
in the bag. Yeah,
Is that still
I
on
ate
your
'em.
Instagram? That's Stewart.
I don't
Stewart
even
Song.
know.
That sounds so good.
But they
I
were
can't
so
do
good,
it.
and I thought I was like, I'm gonna eat
amazing.
me some animal cookies and some wine, and that was my night.
Ah,
And wine?
I know it's messed up, man. I got
Oh,
some
sugar,
fucked up
sugar,
shit going on.
Because
But it was good.
That is
Just you, the wine, and animal.
Because I had work, I was running around all day, and
And
I
your
ran
dog?
into the animal crackers. And when I got home, I was like, I didn't eat dinner. And that's when I feel like a frat boy. Like I feel like I eat weird shit when I'm tired. So I'm like, I'm gonna eat some animal cookies and
You
drink
just
some
keep your
wine.
hand in your pants while you eat too.
No, my hand.
You nasty.
Wait, how did that go there?
It's because of the frat boy comment.
You see them? You see them?
I'm
You see what-
nasty.
Y'all don't ever put your hand in your pants while y'all eat?
No, not at all.
Listen,
Never.
not to eat no animal crackers.
I don't put my hands in my pants.
Well, hey.
You might have to scratch it.
I mean, hey, sometimes it is what it is, but yeah.
But to me, that sounds like it's just chilling. No,
Silly.
you might have to just itch real quick and then.
Oh my God, I can't.
What is the
This show has taken a
conversation?
turn for the worse. We apologize to the listeners.
I didn't see it going there.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
What are we talking about?
She don't know. She don't know. Sheree ain't gotta know. She don't know what the hell is
Wait a
going
minute.
on.
What's going on? Come on,
Yeah,
Demetrius.
we covered all of that.
So what do you need to move on
For me, what do
Yeah.
I need to move on?
from a situation or where you're mad at someone or what have you? Beef.
Probably just time.
Just time,
Well,
really?
yeah. Because I think like forgiveness is a process, and when somebody does you wrong, again, I understand like you have to forgive because that's more for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to carry you in my heart, in my spirit, in my mind. You don't deserve that. You're not worthy.
Is that what
of
happens
that.
with you though? Do you wake up like when you
Yeah,
got beef with, and it
sometimes.
stays on your mind like that?
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you're thinking about it 24/7, but things could trigger and boom, there it is. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And again, that's you're carrying that. And I don't want to do that.
Are you like that too, Michelle?
I think it just depends on the situation. So it depends on what it was. You know what I mean? See, if it has to do with a relationship and somebody has something to do with that, when that relationship is done, it kind of is like, that don't even matter anymore because I'm over here now.
I didn't understand that. Say that again.
Okay, so say, because to me, I
Did
feel
that make sense to y'all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
pretty good.
so I'm
I
gonna
didn't catch
direct
it.
it to you. So you can,
Direct it to me because
Sorry.
there's some questions I need to ask.
Okay, so things that really I think are heavy on people's heart is like if you're in a relationship
Yeah.
and someone does something to that relationship,
Like cheats.
right?
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like once that relationship is done, it's kind of like, psh, who cares about what all that
I got
happened
you.
in that?
Right.
You kind of
Right.
it's kind of just like
No,
it's
I
done,
get it.
it's over.
Because a new situation ain't nothing like, listen, what's going to make you forget the last situation and the last hurt is a new situation.
Exactly.
Best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else.
And then boom, there
That
it
is,
is.
you know what? That's true. Like I know that's kind of, but I get.
But
it.
it's real.
it's real.
It
It's
is.
real. Let me ask you this. What
Maybe.
happens
Unless you
if in a
bring all that
relationship,
baggage and drown them.
what happens?
I said unless you bring all that baggage to it, and then you end up.
Did you
suffocating.
drown
did
them.
you just kill somebody
I mean,
on the show?
This is,
Yourself.
this is what happens.
Did you do that, Courtney?
No, I have not.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
You know somebody who has?
Yeah, because they thought they were over what they were in, and they weren't, and they took it to something new, and that was a mess.
All right, let
The
me.
new was a mess.
Wow. Let me ask you this. What do y'all think about when, like, in a relationship and you miss the mark, you mess up or whatever, and it's not cheating. You don't cheat because that's a whole nother level of forgiveness and stuff you have to work through. But you mess up and somebody says you got some making up to do. What do you think about that?
I'm gonna say, what does that mean?
Like, we still in the relationship?
No, we're in the relationship.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, yeah, you got some making up to do.
So first thing I'm gonna think is like, okay, so are we still together?
I forgive you, but you got some making up to do.
So I'm gonna say, are we still together?
Yeah,
'Cause,
you're
like,
still together.
So, like, you in the doghouse and you trying to,
But
like...
so, okay, so what
get
does
out.
that mean? Like, what, you want me to rub your feet? What, cook you meals? Like, what does that mean? I need to know.
Well, I'm sure he'll let you know what that means, or she'll let you, whatever. So the person will let you know. But let me tell you, for me, that's not my get down, because no, seriously, because it's almost like, well, it's not, because if something happens in the relationship, and I offend you or you offend me, and I choose to forgive. And like it's the battle is over. Let's move on. You can't truly move on if I'm still looking at you to make it up.
But you know what? I think, because it sounds like a man could say something like that, because they normally do.
Yes.
So I think patronize them.
What does that mean?
Okay, baby, I got you.
But you really don't got.
But you're
them?
not worried about it. Yeah, I mean, what do you really? I do everything I'm
what
supposed
do you,
to.
exactly.
So what more do you want? What you want me to do?
Yeah.
Rub a pinky toe? I mean, like, I'm just saying sometimes. Okay, this is what I've realized.
Y'all
now.
ain't shit.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What if did you? Now I watched Insecure.
I watched all the episodes.
When you sent me, Courtney, the suggestions, I was like, because I thought I was caught up to date.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my God. So did you see the scene where Issa was, what's his name? Daniel, where Issa was giving Daniel very, very special attention.
Okay.
Now, I didn't realize, because I'm not black.
Right.
I didn't realize that black women didn't do that.
Well,
But
they
now
do,
right?
But see, that was the whole point of that episode.
Let's talk to the black man.
Being that he's the one that would be receiving
black man with the
fellatio,
large
and giving
penis. What do you have to say?
85% black. You black.
You black.
87.
Okay.
That I have known for some time. Even Richard Pryor spoke about this in his comedy, that black women are not as apt to give fellatio,
Special attention. Right.
as white women.
But do you feel like in 2017 it's still like that?
Probably.
No, you can't say probably. Yes or no. No gray area with this.
I've never had a problem getting my dick sucked. Though, so
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I would.
See, so you can't say that then.
But
can't.
but
Look at the baby. Look at the baby. It was like, did he just say that?
But I would think that it kind of is. Maybe the younger generation, but I don't know.
Okay, now would you
I
say
would think
that?
the younger generation would pretty much do anything.
I agree. Now, do you think though that black women don't do it as well as the white women? Because
No, I don't know. I
It's the
haven't
same
had that.
thing.
It's the same. It's
okay,
the
so
same.
the white woman did it the same as the black woman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
think
just
it's
more-
just the white women just don't see it, because having grown up with white girls, they never saw that as sex.
Mm-hmm.
So they were much freer and do it more often and much quicker in a relationship.
I'll do that first.
They would do that many a time before they ever got sex, even if they didn't receive cunnilingus in
The
return.
conversation
Yeah.
that Issa
That's
and
what they
her
were
friends
saying.
had on the show was very true to real life about how a lot of black women may feel about that. So
That to me, to do that first is like putting the cart before the horse. Like, because
But you're white though. I'm just kidding. I had to.
no, that wouldn't have been.
so bad. Y'all are so disrespectful.
Go ahead, speak.
It is putting the cart before
No,
the
I'm
horse,
saying I
yeah.
think it's putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
And maybe is that the distinction between black women and white women?
What?
That black women do that. We'll give you special attention. That's what Bernie Mac called it, special attention.
Attention.
But it's going to be in the context of, maybe we're in a relationship or, we've already been intimate, we've already had sex, and that is kind of the icing on the cake kind of thing. That's like a bonus.
Well, Emma, show that wasn't how it was
yeah.
portrayed. She was like, she don't do it. She don't want to be seen as a hoe. That's really
And you talk about
insecure.
Insecure.
Yeah, that's kind
Issa.
of the impression I got. I do think that Daniel.
Yes.
So she wasn't doing that with Lawrence?
See, I didn't get that she wasn't ever doing it.
Wasn't it somebody that said during that scene that they do not do that? Was it?
Well, wasn't it?
the
But I
other
feel like
girl?
it was after Amanda Seale's character was like, "Well, that's why you don't do it enough," and she's like, they started talking about marriage and stuff like that. Like, I feel like it's about being in a serious relationship.
Right.
Not that I don't want to suck a dick, but I'm not gonna just be sucking every dick that I meet.
Absolutely.
Shit, I was more shocked. I have never seen in like a regular show.
Was
Yo,
that not crazy?
Somebody
It was
come in
so
somebody's
graphic.
face. That was like,
It was very
wow.
graphic.
That
And
was.
it was so funny.
That
But when she was covering her eye, I was like, I'm gonna lose
And
it.
she was so
But can
mad.
I tell you something? What would have been so funny if her eye was kind of swollen? That's
That's a good point.
I wanted to see when she took it down. It was regular.
Yes.
I'm like,
Because it came with such velocity.
Yes.
So if it was swollen, it's like it was in her eye. And
So
it just,
but she thought it was disrespectful. Is that disrespectful
You know
by
what?
Daniel?
I don't think so.
I didn't think it was disrespectful because here's the thing. in that situation, he didn't ask for that. So they hadn't talked about it.
Yeah,
you know what
like,
I
they
mean? He
didn't
didn't
talk
really
about,
know
like,
the
can I come in
rules,
your
the
mouth?
do's and the
Like-
don'ts.
And I think it depends on too the guy. Like Daniel is very respectful of her. Like you can tell he
Yes.
cares about her. So in that situation, that's different. It was kind of like, ooh, it just you blew my mind.
I think-
just
I
would've
think
wiped
she-
it off. And,
Yeah.
I think she overreacted.
I'm gonna have to watch the show.
Like, yeah, I did
Because I
that.
looked away when you threw something.
So what was you gonna do once you
She wiped it off.
You don't wipe it off. You fling that.
No, you
She
wiped
flung
it
it.
off.
Wiped
and
it
you
off.
And you just keep going.
And it was just on her face. It didn't even get in her
It was
hair.
over. She had nothing else to do.
So but I can imagine, like, I can understand the shock and like, oh my God. But to get mad, I thought was, a little over the
Overreacting.
top. Yes.
Yeah.
I
But that-
thought,
I think
but
they
she was
had-
outside of her comfort zone.
But she's outside of her
anyway.
comfort zone, period. Like, that's the point of the
Yeah.
show. She's
Yeah.
hoeing, but she's not a hoe. Like, she's not trying to be with multiple people.
Right,
Like, that's
but
just
Well,
not
she
her.
is
Right now,
now.
She's trying to be, and it's not.
She
She
does
got
a
that
good
whole
job.
spirit.
That
She got that
whole
whole
She's
spirit.
trying to do a whole
She did a good
rotation.
job. I'm like, cause even I hated when she did with the Spanish dude. I think he was Spanish.
Yeah. Oh, she was mean to him.
She just was taking off her clothes and kissing.
Was
him.
he Hispanic? The white man?
White
Yeah, the white
Hispanic.
man.
Yeah.
Hispanic.
He
Yeah.
didn't look Hispanic, the white man.
He is. He's
Yeah,
not
he
all
is.
white.
So why did he curve her?
Because he
What
said
was
Because he
that?
was lighter.
He
'Cause
wanted-
why?
He's a good guy.
He's
Oh,
a good
He's not with the
dude.
Yeah.
rotation.
Let
That
me
boy
say this, too.
downstairs.
Got you.
And you don't always, as a dude, dudes don't always want to have sex. Now I will say this: if you ever want to have sex with a girl, you should, and she offers it to you. You're
should
not
take it.
Yeah, don't ever turn a woman down. If you're not in a relationship, you're not gonna cheat anything.
That's bad
Don't turn her down
advice.
if you ever want to have sex with her.
That's bad advice, though.
I don't see this
No,
happen
because
to.
what you're
Because
saying
then
is
she's
you
insecure forever
wait,
and thinks there's something
It doesn't
wrong.
matter,
Wait,
but
hold
you're
on.
telling men you don't have a right to say, "Hey, wait a second, I don't want to
That's
do
not what I
this
said.
right now."
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I said if you ever want to have sex with her, do not turn her down when she offers it, because you're not going to be able to come back and have sex with her later. It's going to be done. Women don't like to be turned down.
But see, it depends though. I feel like it depends. If it's in the beginning, and
Nobody wants to be turned down, though.
I
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
In the
have you
beginning-
ever been turned down?
No.
No.
Exactly.
No, but no, I feel like, no, I feel
I
like,
haven't either, but let me tell you, I've never pushed up on somebody like that.
Look, guys, we can
So,
take being turned down.
I
Women
never
cannot
put
take
myself
it.
in a position to be turned down.
I
know?
feel like women think there ain't no way a man gonna turn my shit down. If he turn my
Right.
shit down, something is up.
but
So
it depends though, because now he could be going through something, not
Mm-hmm.
in a bad way, but it could just be what
but you don't think that. You just think
They
he
don't think
turned
that.
me
Like,
down.
yeah, he's
no,
turned me down.
I want to discuss
But the fact that
Let's
he
talk
still
about
wants
it.
to take you to dinner,
Well,
See,
it's
that's
go-
what I'm saying.
You know y'all gonna think he gay.
That's
You ain't gonna think he
not me.
gay.
Thank you.
You ain't
No,
gonna think he
no.
gay.
Hey, that was about. It's gonna come out to one. They go think. I have been like. I remember this one girl. I'll never forget this. I had a girlfriend. She knew I had a girlfriend. I had to drop her off because she got drunk. My girlfriend was out of town. Next thing you know, she's like, okay, thanks for dropping me off. She was in town and all this, visiting another friend who was staying with somebody else. A long story. Dropped her off. Next thing you know, next day, yeah, she think we gay. Cause I ain't try to hit.
That's okay. She don't need to worry about my man.
no.
But I'm saying that to say that Courtney is right. This is how women think.
She
If
think,
you-
no, she thought you gay because you got some female mannerisms.
That is not why, because she wanted me to go upstairs. I know I was here.
Maybe she wanted to see if you was gonna hit it.
Hold up. Let me tell you something, you white woman.
It's
That's what she thought. That he didn't try nothing, and so he must be gay. I was like, no, and she wanted to. But I was like, no, I got a woman. You know my woman. What the fuck is
We're
going
taught
on?
that that's all men are gonna want. Heterosexual men want sex. Point blank. Period. It don't matter whoever they are. They want sex.
Yep.
So the idea that they don't want sex from you has to mean that they are gay
But that's
or
bullshit
something
because
else.
when
I agree that it's
homosexual men are probably looser than they like to all the time.
But that's the point. Men in general, sex is supposed to be the thing. So if he's heterosexual and he won't have sex with the woman that he's with, something must
It's a
want it
strike
from somewhere
to the ego.
else.
It's a strike to the ego.
But I'm
It's
with
not
that because that means because I don't want a man who everybody can get. That's disgusting to me. Because that means what do you have?
But see, it's different though. When you're the woman in the situation, you're taking a hit to your ego because you're out here offering your vagina to this dude, and he's saying no. In that moment, it can't be you. So it has to be something with him.
See, I'm not offering nothing in the beginning.
And it's
What-
okay if he denied her over there.
Right.
What did we make that mean? The scene on Insecure when he is like, no, you know what I mean? I like you, and basically we're rushing this. We're going too fast. She was thirsty. Right, but what are we making it mean about him? Did you think he was gay?
No, I thought she was thirsty based on that scene, and that
felt-
was unattractive.
I felt agree.
So it kind of turned him off.
That
That's
would
what
be
you're
my
saying.
thought.
Okay.
And I feel like he's like, I want to get to know you. I'm more than just I want to hit it. Because if I just want to hit it, I'm not coming
Right.
to your house, picking you
Yeah.
up. I'm trying to do a
trying to be
proper
a
date.
date.
But you
Yeah.
can't go out to dinner after that. And I've had friends where they've come and said, yeah, she wanted to do this, but I didn't want to. I was like, well, you ain't gonna never fuck her. I was like, that's it. I was like, that's it. And what happens, we talk about it years later, we come back, I was like, whatever happened to your old girl? He's like, man, she just didn't want to talk to me no more after that.
All right.
That's how it goes.
We got a few minutes left. I want to kind of segue into this and bring this up. Now, once the battle is over and you've decided that, you know what, I'm not going to touch this again, I'm going in a different direction, have you ever flashed back and wished you had pursued something? Do you have any regrets? For letting something go too soon. Let me tell you what
someone.
Let me tell you, or it could be that too. Let me tell you what one of my regrets is. I was on the freeway going to our house in El Cajon. I got pulled over by the cops, and like the freeway. I can't remember I think it was the 8 freeway. El Cajon is like San Diego, but really, really far south. So I get pulled off. He pulls me off the freeway, and the street is so super dark. And I literally have my phone on the center console. And the cop comes to the passenger side, and I don't remember like what. And I said, well, what am I doing, officer? Like, because honestly, I wasn't speeding, I wasn't doing anything. And he grabs my phone.
Okay.
Ooh.
He grabbed my phone, and I said, well, what are you grabbing my phone for? And he said, well, I thought maybe you were recording, and he put it back.
Oh.
So, like, I should have, and I filed a complaint with the El Cajon Police Department, but I should have pursued that.
What else did you want to do exactly? though?
I should have sued them. You can't do that. You can't reach in the car and take somebody's phone out. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people do need to be held accountable for their wrongdoing.
I think filing a complaint was good
good
enough.
enough.
Was good enough. That's good.
Because that took a lot of effort in itself, not to just be like, oh,
Yeah, that was good enough.
All right,
So what do you guys
should have
regret?
read that. I thought about this question when I saw it, because I don't really have any regrets that I can think of.
And maybe regret is a bad word.
No, it's fine. I think, we have a culture that believes that you should not have regrets. Where it's like, well, if I regret this, then I wouldn't be here. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
I have some regrets.
What are your regrets?
It's this one time when I was in business school. I used to work in the computer lab.
You gonna say something stupid? I know it. I see it all over your face.
Or
Go
something
ahead.
analytical, like
No, it's gonna be stupid. Go ahead.
something HR-ish.
I'm a hoish.
Tell me what
It's
happened.
gonna be something
Why
hoish.
are you being
What
so
happened?
mean to
I'm
me?
sorry. I apologize.
Okay,
black
let's see if
man.
it's
I
hoish.
apologize.
Hopefully it's hoish and not
ahead.
HR-ish.
So I was working late, and these two girls came.
You didn't get them.
I didn't realize what was going on.
How old are you?
Oh. I was in my 20s at some point.
And they
but-
were 2 white girls, weren't they? Weren't they?
Yeah, man.
Tell the truth. Yes or no?
No, they weren't white.
Okay.
I don't, they weren't black either. But
Same thing.
this
You
is the
black or you
thing.
white.
This is the thing. It didn't hit me though for about 5 years. I was on the freeway driving. I was like, oh shit, they were trying to get a three-way. Damn.
Well, wait a minute, but you've had plenty of three-ways, so why would that be a regret
A
for you?
specific one.
Yeah.
Because he missed that one.
Because you
missed that
do you
one.
feel they took
Opportunity.
you feel they took it wrong? Like
No, I was just an
Okay.
idiot. I didn't
didn't
understand.
catch
They had
it.
been drinking.
they
was
probably thought you
talking
was gay
about-
because you refused them.
I tell you what, nigga, you got one more time. Call me
she's
gay,
not.
and I'm gonna hit your ass with this microphone. Well, you got one more
I'm not
time.
the N-word. I'm a white woman, and you will dress me appropriately.
Oh.
So they, and my first car, I should have, instead of getting that Grand Am, I should have got the Mustang.
Oh.
But I was worried. I was like, am I gonna be able to afford the insurance on this? And
Okay,
I
so
was
Courtney,
like-
sorry. That was kind of, we need some juicy stuff.
I mean, I'm trying to think, because, just related to that, I
give you
do
some
have a
juicy
period
stuff.
where I wish I was more of a hoe. Like, I wish that, I
Why
didn't-
hers not stupid?
Because that's good. This is juicy. 'Cause you
No, I just wish I was more of a hoe, because, I'm a monogamous hoe, because I'm grossed out by, I don't want to, if I think you got too many, your thing, I'm not into that. But there was this one person that I should have really just hoed it out with and not cared. But I was
Hold it
I was
out.
so close, but I was just like, it's gross because I knew what kind of hoe he was. And not that we were trying to be together, but we could have hoed together for a minute and it would have been great. But I was
love
just turned
it.
off and grossed out.
It would have been a whole
I wish I could put that out my brain.
And
I think
hoes
too
with
much.
Me too.
And I think about, and I'm like, oh, you did that and you did that, and I can't be on your list. And if I just didn't think about that, then I would have been like, we could have just hoed, because we would have had a good time, and I'm sure we would have had a good time. But I feel like, damn, maybe I should have had a good time for just that little. But then I could have.
You wanted a homance.
Yeah, I should have been a. And I wish, that's right. One more. I need to figure out how to just do a quick, a summer hit for 2 months and then to be over.
Well, August
And
still
I
here.
ain't pulled that off. I've tried, but I haven't pulled that off.
Demetrius can help you with
I
that.
haven't pulled that off. So I think that
That's
somebody.
funny. I'm gonna tell you, every time I have tried to be a hoe, God has really intervened
See, that's
and
the other
blocked it.
problem.
When I
See?
tell you, I can't do nothing wrong.
I don't get to be.
It's
yeah, I'm
crazy.
It sucks. Because then you have to
It's
think about
crazy.
it's just not there, man.
Yeah. And see, I think about what do they have?
Yeah.
Have disease-wise.
Yes.
Hell
or-
yeah. What
Yeah.
they got? What if I end up pregnant by you? Oh, hell no. And I was trying to just be your hoe.
How you gonna be pregnant when you doing the raw? with
No,
the-
I'm
with the
no,
whole
but
stuff?
shit happens still.
Listen,
Things.
here's for me, this is the prime time for me to be a hoe. Think about it. I'm not gonna get pregnant. I mean, I'm almost 50.
You're not gonna do it. So why are we even?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well,
That's
I mean,
true though.
do it.
You finally don't have to worry about getting pregnant.
And if I catch a deadly disease, shit, I'm 50. I lived 50 good years.
I didn't heard it all.
Have you thought about this before?
No.
I
Come
think
on.
so.
In this
She
moment.
has.
No, I promise you in this moment. But I just, yeah.
But
it's
see, you
like
know
I
what? See, and
can't.
white women never get anything. Have you noticed that? Or they could live with it. You saw,
it's not a big deal. They just go and
yeah,
do
it's like,
'cause-
and they can tell them, I have this, and the guy's like, oh well, sir.
What the fuck? What?
I'm thinking about the commercials.
It's okay,
Herpes,
Carol.
Herpes.
Yeah, all of
Do you know
that.
there's a dating site for people
her-
that have herpes?
I think that's great.
I think that's great
That's
too.
fantastic.
That's so
fantastic.
shocking, though.
Well, no, because
I'm
now
just saying,
I can.
I never heard of that, so that's why I'm just
Because
like,
now you can
Yes.
herpes each other and it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Is there a dating site for? I think there's a dating site for people with HIV too.
I think
great.
so too.
Maybe,
Now that
yeah.
is something I
That's
think.
awesome too.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
All right, we got a minute left. Do our Halo Award, Demetrius.
This conversation.
Come on, Demetrius.
Um,
Chop, chop, chop.
Is the video up? I do not. So I have a backup Halo Award that I can get.
Or you can even set that up, and
Oh,
he'll
well,
probably find it while we're talking.
Okay,
It's
well,
up to you.
basically, in regards to Hurricane Harvey, there have been a lot of people out helping other people when they don't need to, when they can just flee and not worry about it. And so it's a group of, I think, young black guys helping out this older white woman whose vehicle is stuck in the water, and they're physically helping to push it out. And she looks a little scared, and the guy even comforts her and says, don't worry, are you scared? She's like, yeah, I'm a little scared. He's like, don't worry, I'll take care of you.
It's
we
precious.
got you. Then he look up, looking like, what's that dude who sings Yellow Kodak Black, because he got these little braids. He's like, we got her, and I thought that was nice.
Precious. That's
Plus, I got a
precious.
backup Halo Award to Cardi B for supporting Colin Kaepernick at the VMAs.
Oh, yes.
I thought that was really hot, and I was like, damn, Cardi, you gonna have a hot song, and you gonna try to get conscious on us too?
I love her. I love her. Let me give a little impromptu Halo Award too. I was at Ralph's, the Ghetto Ralph's.
Wait, where's
What's
that?
the Ghetto
That's the
Ralph's?
one
On Van
on,
Nuys?
yes.
The one she
Ghetto
left one
Ralph's. But
time
I
and saw this
love-
lady eating cat food.
Yeah, no, dog food. She
Dog
really
food.
literally had a thing of dog food. But it's a little hard, but I like it. That's the one that I like. So I'm getting ready to go in the store, and this brother is outside. Well, one brother has a sign, you know what I mean? And clearly he's homeless and whatnot. So the other brother comes up, and he said, man, do you want me to, I'm gonna get you something to eat. Do you want something to eat? He said, come in the store and pick out. And the guy said, they're not going to let me. The homeless guy said, they're not going to let me in the store. He said, they will let you, you're with me. So that just blessed me. It really did, because what he did is he gave him his dignity. He said, come in, you're with me. So ain't nobody kicking you out. And the look on the homeless man's face was a look that no amount of money could have given him. You know what I mean? Like I said, I mean, it was brother to brother, and they related on that level, and it was just so beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah. So a lot of good people out
So
there.
this earring is like, I just.
And it probably was like that the whole show.
No, I just noticed it. I think it just moved, but it's okay.
Thank you for adjusting in the last 10 seconds of the show.
It wasn't like that. I would have noticed it. See?
Okay.
I'm telling you, and it just did something. I was like,
Thank
let me
you,
fix
girl.
this.
You looking
Yes.
out. Good looking out.
Exactly.
Well, you guys, that is our show for today. We will
got
go
takeaways.
around. We got our takeaways.
Start with
and-
Courtney.
Courtney, take away, girls. And how can they keep up with you?
You can keep up with me everywhere on social media at Stewart Starlet. And my takeaway for today is that, you know what? We can all do something, no matter how big or how small, whether you're the person that can take the homeless man in, out of, or if you can clean out your closet and mail your clothes to Houston
Yes.
for support. Everybody can do something, even when you feel like there's so much that needs to be done. Do something.
Amen. And Demetrius?
Hey, I just want to say, look, just because I threatened to hit Sheree upside the head with this microphone, if she insinuated that I was homosexual, I have no problem with gay people or gay men. That's your thing. I just don't happen to be interested in men. So,
Boom.
that's it.
Oh, okay.
How do they keep
Where
up
they
with you?
find
Keep up with me. At Sheree Fletcher, just send her a notice, and then she'll let me know, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna accept you.
You are silly. Michelle?
Okay, so my takeaway is if everyone should try to be a hoe, and if God stops you, if God stops you, if it doesn't work, you're not meant to be a hoe. But for those who it works for, you a hoe. And okay, that was
Embrace your
embrace your
your
wholeness.
hoe.
Some people are born hoes, and some people are not. I'm not. And the other thing I want to say is sometimes in life.
Now, you can't get, you had to lead with that. you can't.
No, see,
yeah,
but see, that opens
no.
people's ears because they're like, what did she say?
They close to you now.
No, they didn't. Okay. So sometimes in life, you have to know within yourself when to let it go. Don't let anybody else tell you when. If you want to hold on to it forever, if it's worth it, okay. But if it's not, let it go. Just
We
let
still
it go.
talking about hoeing.
Okay.
So you can keep up with me. Excuse
Oh,
me.
go ahead, girl.
Everything is Mechelle Epps.
Well, there it is. And I'm Sheree Fletcher across all media platforms. And my takeaway is, and I wish we had the video to show you. How can they find the video? What would like be the keywords to find the video
it's on
for
the
the
Shade
Halo
Room.
Award?
It's on the
Yeah, I
Shade
saw
Room.
it on
It
there.
was so beautiful. And it just goes to show you that out of every tragedy, there's an opportunity. There really is. There's an opportunity to glorify God. There's an opportunity to be able to comfort somebody else. And just know the battle is not yours. So when they go low, you go high, and God takes everything that was meant for bad and uses it for your good. And that is our show.
When they go low, you go lower. Fuck that.
I agree. I was thinking the same thing. Go low.
Terrible.
To Michelle Obama.
Oh, I didn't know a picture was up.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.